honestly, I feel bad for Mikaela. He's struggling with a shit ton of moral conflicting issues, so to say. He has an internal conflict with himself, as shown with the very last few minutes of this episode. He's still struggling against his bloodlust. He does not want to become a vampire, but the fact is, he won't have much choice of the matter because he can either die or become a vampire. If he doesn't drink blood, he'll age. He can still die and everything. He's still technically like a half vampire since he's not a full one, characterized by the red eyes kind of thing. So, they were capturing kids. His squad of vampires were capturing kids to send to Nagoya or something. And Cruel's blood didn't quench his bloodlust. He ended up dropping it, and a girl was screaming because she didn't want to be taken away. He was staring at her neck and ended up jumping, attacking her, and if the vampire guy who had killed Yoichi's sister hadn't said anything, Mikaela would have probably crossed the line and become a vampire. He's losing the battle with his internal conflict. He doesn't want to become the thing that's oppressed him his whole life, that's killed his family, and that's tried killing you and all that, but he also now doesn't probably want to remain human kind of thing. He wants to probably remain on the line. So he's facing this internal conflict that we've seen since he was introduced, and it's slowly winning. He's losing. His victory is not in the future. So more than likely, towards the end of the series, Mikaela will become a full vampire, because I don't see him dying, and a vampire is probably the only choice. I don't think there'll be a way to reverse what's already happened to him. Not that Cruel would ever let him. Cruel. I ship them. Now, the vampire that killed Yoichi's sister. One thing I do want to see with him, I do want to see Yoichi confront him in the future. He's considered noble, if I'm correct. And I want to see Yoichi face him and overcome that fear and conquer the vampire that killed his family. He needs to do that. It'd be great character development for him. That's one thing I'm really expecting from this season 2. If not, then it might be in the manga. I don't know. I haven't read the manga yet. Forgive me, manga readers. I'll probably get to it after season 2 is finished. So other than that, this episode really brings up the whole teamwork issue that the Shinoa squad had before. But as I see it, it's still... their teamwork has improved, so to say. Just... it's not leaps and bounds. It's more like a step or two ahead of where they were before, because they have closer bonds, they have stronger abilities, they've actually trained a little bit, they have some more sword skill and all that, and they know each other's abilities a little bit easier. But they're not exactly working together and making the best strategies and all that, as shown when Guren's squad takes on them, because he's punishing them for showing up late because Shinoa was fooling around and made you walk for the ways before picking him back up in the car and moving on. And they were late to a meeting for the Nagoya, and you took the heat. My boy you. Phenomenal. And Shinoa blushing and even despairing a little bit. Shinoa's best girl. So, Guren's squad took them on. Shinya, who was driving like a Lamborghini or a Zentoro or something, because god damn, that car was nice. Guren and Mito, the fist girl. I like Mito. I really do. So they took on Shinoa's squad, and surprisingly enough, Yuichiro was able to keep up with Guren's sword skills and all that. But I was really curious. Guren appeared to have used a degree of his power. So why didn't you use Asamaru? He could have gotten the swords out. I don't know. Maybe there was an unspoken rule or something. That's the unfortunate thing, because I think it might have turned the tides a little more if you had used Asaramaru. So, with this realization and the loss and how... Okay. Shinoa has never had anyone important to her like this before, like you is to her. So, Guren's punishing her and teaching her a lesson that if you're fooling around, it'll get your family killed. It'll get the people important to you killed. So you need to be serious about protecting them, about strategizing, about teamwork. So they're going to strive together. This loss taught the Shinoa squad to strive together, to actually work on teamwork, because they don't want to lose each other. That's how it is. They don't want to lose any of their family members. So this will be good. Well, if it has any force later on in the series, then this is a good point, because it then will teach them and they can actually learn from this. Hopefully they do. Yu is actually learning so much. And I gotta say, he's developed so much from when we were first introduced to him. I enjoy that. I really do. I like the growth Yu has. I really, really do. Can we see more of Mito, by the way? I really like the redhead. And I don't know the other two girls in Guren's squad. Mito and the, I think, blondish, brownish haired girl has a crush on Guren. So, sorry. He's smitten with his sword. He's smitten with his sword. God, Owari no Seraph is so good. Before I go, I do want to make a comment on something. You may have derpy faces with Studio, the occasional derp faces and all that, when you kind of zoom out on characters. But that background is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It really is. Oh my god. I just love that it's painted, you can tell, and all that. And it's beautiful. It really is. I said this in the first season, and I'll say it again. I love the background of this. It's just so beautiful. Oh yeah. Shinoa's squad is now going to be trained under a new one, since they're the first newbies in a long time. They're going to be trained under the Makoto squad, I believe, and the guy's a douchebag. But he actually has a point. He doesn't want to bring them along because they don't know teamwork and they could just drag them down. Even Yu's group goes, yeah, he does have a point. He may be a douchebag, but he has a point. So the Makoto squad is going to team up with Shinoa's squad, train them, and use the raw power they have from their 3 black demon users. And they're going to fuck shit up. So yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Are you a shipper of Mika Cruel, Shinoa Yu? Are you predicting, and this is for anime only, that Mika will lose the battle to his bloodlust this anime season? Are you excited for the action that's coming up? Because it's ramping up to be really good, and I hope it doesn't disappoint. Tell me any thoughts you had. What about Yuichiro versus Guren and how he's improved since we first met him to when he back when he was transforming into his Seraph thing? He's improved quite a good deal. He's learned sword techniques and everything, and he's adjusted to the whole I have a demon sword, I can use it wisely kind of thing. Yu is even strategizing for the next time Yu would fight Guren, and I do want to see that. Guren versus Yu round 2 when Yu's actually grown some more. I actually really think of Guren as Yu's older brother, because he does a lot of things that an older brother would do. So yeah, just tell me any thoughts you had. Manga readers, please don't spoil anything. Be sure to leave a like, comment, or subscribe for more reviews, reactions, vlogs, talks as usual. This is Adorix Nation here, my lovely community, and I'll see you guys in the next review. So, all the links down in the description where you can go and add me on Twitter, add me on Facebook, go check out episode 4 of Seraph of the End, Battle in Nagoya. And have a good day, watch lots of anime, read lots of manga, and I will see you in the next vampire episode. So yeah, have a good one.